boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. Bow, bow, down. The boys are back in town. Yes, welcome to the Movie Thing podcast with, of course, me, Brandon. Who else would it be? And Nicky G.
My God, it's been a long time.
I know. So, I've come to a realization there, Nicky G.
What's that?
Apparently, if you're not available, no one is.
Really?
Yes, the Movie Thing, Bloody Screen podcast that was supposed to be up yesterday. You told me you weren't available. Fine, doesn't matter. But neither was Nick, neither was Scott, and Dustin's in Nebraska. So, yeah, I was like, God, what do you guys? What do you all like? Call Nick up and just like, Nicky G, can you be on this week's podcast? No. Shit. Oh, all right. I don't want to do it either. And
I had the power.
I know. I was like, fuck it. You know what? You're in charge now because apparently if I'm available, doesn't matter. You're available. Everyone's like, oh, Nicky G's gonna be on. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be there.
I'd imagine it's probably just that busy time of year.
Oh no, it's been this whole like, you know, everyone has family shit going on, which, like I said, not like I'm gonna be like, hey, guys, I come first, okay? Fuck your family. I come first. Actually, we're recording even earlier than usual, just a day earlier, just because I actually do have family shit I gotta go to tomorrow. Which, I mean, I could bring my...
hypocrite.
I could bring my laptop to the restaurant. We're doing like a big old party thing in a restaurant. I could bring it there. I think it'd be a little rude. Like, hey, guys, shut up. I'm trying to record here. Can you guys whisper or something? Don't eat your food near my laptop, please.
Yeah, as far as somebody don't want to record in front of your family.
Oh, yeah, not the shit we talk about. Little fun news, people who tune into the show. We are on Twitch, and I finally got it able to actually save my Twitch videos. So currently you won't see anything, but every Friday, just want to put this out there. Every Friday, I want to do it afternoon, probably 3 or 4 around there. I'm gonna record a PlayStation 4 game, just of me. If it's a shooter, I'll probably do multiplayer, unless they have like some, you know, you have to pay for it, of course. Or if it's an adventure game like this last Friday, I played Knack. Had a few people viewing. I have no idea if my mic on the PlayStation 4 works at all. I'm still trying to figure that out because I cannot tell because it doesn't show me the mic working or anything. And I'm like, hello. And apparently I had a bunch of non-talking Nancys on there. Because I was just like, can you guys let me know if the mic's working at all or if I'm just talking to myself? And you know what's really terrible though? I found out.
What's that?
Because, you know, people tune in, tune out. So sometimes I'll have like 2, 3 people sometimes, and then it'll go 0, 1 person 0, 2 people 0. And when you're at the 0 point, you just feel like you're wasting your time. I'm just sitting there because like, I was like, do I want to be talking at this time? Like, do I want to continue talking just in case someone shows up? Or if that person shows up and I'm talking, am I going to sound like a weirdo? You know, I'm just sitting there just like, so, yes, quite. So basically, yeah, it's, you know, me and everyone else who owns a PS4 is now, it's just, Twitch is just getting so many people now just because you just seamlessly can do it now. You just the PlayStation 4 controller has a share button to it. You press a button and you're just like, yeah, I'm sharing my videos on Twitch or Ustream. I don't know which is better, to be honest with you.
So we're talking live streaming, right?
Yes, this is live streaming. I will try to see if I can actually upload it to our site so that way, you know, if people want to, they could just see our videos up there. So hopefully we can figure that out. This is something new. I'm just, honestly, the Knack one was just me experimenting with it, just seeing what was going on. This is all fairly new, but so far, I'm enjoying the shit out of my fucking PlayStation 4, Nick.
I want to know, what was your family's reaction?
Okay, alright, yes, so, alright, about a week ago, we talked about my little, like, thing I was gonna do about me wrapping up the PlayStation 4. Changed it up a little bit, Nick. So what I didn't wrap it up. I printed off, you kind of inspired me. Let me put it this way. Last week you inspired me by saying, oh, is it gonna be a head in a box? I'm like, wait a second. So I printed off a picture of Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
You didn't kill Santa, did you?
No. Not Santa's head, but I did reenact 7. I printed off Gwyneth Paltrow's head. I taped it to a ball with a bunch of paper around it. It was kind of a half-assed job, but I did it Christmas Eve, so cut me some fucking slack. I put my broken Xbox 360 in there. Just give it some weight. What's even better is I had my own dad wrap it for me. So he wrapped it, and I was like, "What's in this box?" And what's even better is I was filming the Christmas for my sister and all that for her nephew, and so she's filming me, and I'm like, "What's in the box, guys?" And they're like, "Oh, I think it's PlayStation 4." Like some people, they were all guessing like all this shit, and I kept saying, "What's in the box?" And I kept saying this line over and over. And I kept saying, I was like, "What's in the box?" And I kind of got into it a little bit. And then when I started ripping it open, I was just like, no. And then I pull out the severed head, which is, the ball with it. And I was like, "It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head." I'm screaming this. And then I say, "Damn you, Obama." And I'm just having a blast. I'm cracking the fuck up. My dad gets it. My sister's boyfriend gets it. My sister probably has the best reaction. She is just staring at me, just holding the camera, just like, what the fuck? And I was having the time of my fucking life. I was just like, yeah, you guys didn't see that coming. I was like, what kind of bastard do you think I am? I'd buy my own gift. Oh, it was probably the greatest thing I've done. I wish I could have got a mannequin head and really got into it and maybe had one of them open it and be like, what the fuck? But I didn't have enough time, nor did I put enough effort into it, but it was still probably one of the best Christmases to remember.
Just hire one of your friends to come in, shave his head, and put him in a prison suit.
Oh, God, it was just, I actually even watched the scene. I found the scene on YouTube just to try to even really reenact it. I almost wanted to do the thing where, Morgan Freeman, kind of, and, I wanted to really just reenact the whole scene, but I was just like, I wonder how long they're going to let me do this for. And they kind of got a little impatient, but it was still just funny as fuck.
I applaud you, sir. That is fucking awesome.
Yes, I did that. I did it over my original plan of trying to make people guess with a gift card and all that. I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to have fun with this. Because, I don't know. I had fun with it. I'm going to have less. And now every Christmas, I got to think of something new to do. I kind of almost want to do the dick in the box, but I don't know how well that's going to do.
You always do that red button thing.
Ooh, the red button, yes. I'll have to think of other things, but I have to say Gwyneth Paltrow's head? Yes. Yes, I took the Christmas out of, I took the Christ out of Christmas with that one. I tell you what, I wish I would have had more props and more time. I really thought about it at the last fucking minute. It was like a Saturday. I was like, oh, I should do that. And I kind of wish I thought about it earlier in the year so that way I could really have planned for it. Really got my time, my shit together, really got got some head, something that really resembles a head, got some gory effects. I really wish I put a little bit more time into it because it could have been awesome. But, I didn't. But, for a half-ass attempt, I got a kick out of it.
Man, I can't wait till you're old and you actually look back at that videotape.
Oh, you know what I can't wait for? When my nephew's older and he's rewatching some Family Taste, just like, oh, this was kind of nice. And all of a sudden he gets to that point. He's like, you know what? My uncle's kind of a weird motherfucker. So what'd you do this Christmas? Any big things happen?
Not really. I mean, family stuff. Nothing crazy.
Right. Let me put it this way. Did you get any cool gifts?
I did. I got some clothes. My brother got me this really cool knife, but one thing I wasn't expecting, because, you get to that age where it's kind of like, I don't really need anything. I just have to, you just give me clothes, it's fine. But they actually got me this Windows 8 tablet, so that's actually pretty fun to use.
Nice. Are you recording with it as we speak? No,
no, but it will. I imagine it's going to be useful at some point if I have to look up research while we're doing this.
I know, no kidding. I got probably besides my gift to myself, which was the PS4, I got a pretty damn cool gift. It was the 50 Years to Bond.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it has all 23 Bond films in it, including Skyfall, all on Blu-ray, all in this nice little deluxe package type looking thing. I'm only 2 movies in, but I just, it's just cool to just look at. I'm just like, oh, this looks just, I'm still, like I said, I'm only 2 movies in, and I've never seen the Bond film, so this is like a perfect thing for me. So I watched Dr. No. I just finished From Russia with Love today, actually. So I'm kind of just going on with it. And besides that, I got like $100 with Amazon and clothes. It's hard to really get excited for clothes, even in this day and age. I kind of, it kind of gets me with clothes? I kind of wish they would just buy me jeans. Buy me jeans and maybe like a plain t-shirt or something. Or, the t-shirts I got were pretty decent, but, just give me jeans. I need pants. I need pants and shorts is what I'm lacking in.
Yeah.
Maybe some socks, Give me shit that I know I'm not going to buy for myself because I'm a cheap ass. Because, Nick, I don't know if you know this. I wait, with socks especially, I wait for my toes to start poking through before I buy new socks.
God
I
damn.
wear those fuckers out. And jeans are the same way. I own 2 pairs of jeans and 2 pairs of shorts. And that is my entire, bottom half wardrobe. I have an assload of shirts. I don't need any more fucking shirts. I need bottom clothing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've got probably about 4 jeans, maybe 2 shorts, and that's it. Just bottom. It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's shitload of, top stuff. So it's like, god damn.
I used to get pissed off at my sister. She used to buy me a bunch of Hollister shit. Because she was thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to get them all stylish and shit. I was like, I'm never going to wear this.
Yeah, that's the fucking same thing with my mom. She will, I don't know, that's shit my little brother wears, but he's kind of that, I hate to say it, but he's kind of like that wannabe douchebag from high school,
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I'm definitely not wearing the shit.
I mean, really, okay, I know it's, we're getting some nice bullshit, but I'm just like, it's just one thing I never understood is, the Hollister, Abercrombie bullshit, all these name brand, not name brand, but these, expensive t-shirts. All they are is a blue t-shirt with a little symbol in it. I don't see why that's worth $20 or whatever. I mean, it's a blue cotton t-shirt with a little bird or whatever in it. I don't see anything special with that.
But
I mean, I could buy a pack of plain t-shirts for $10.
But it's the thing, man. It's the brand. It's the thing all cool kids are wearing.
I don't give a... I have never in my entire life given a shit about what's cool. I'm just like, you know what? I go for comfort over style. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I get shit all the time from people because I will go outside and not even match it. I'll wear plaid shorts with a, striped shirt. I don't give a shit. I just don't care. I will, what's the big thing people get pissed off about me? Oh, plaid with plaid. Apparently, plaid doesn't mix with plaid. I never knew this. I am so out of fashion where I had to have someone explain to me why wearing my plaid collared shirt with plaid shorts looked terrible. I'm like, what? It's plaid with plaid. Isn't that fine? Well, no, it looks bad. You have to wear pants. I'm like, it's summer. I don't own plain pants or shorts. I don't know. I just never saw a deal with it.
Walking out there with a Charlie Brown t-shirt and zebra shorts.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, I'm very unfashionable, people. And here I was thinking like, oh, well, I'm a decent looking motherfucker. I wear my collared shirts now. I'm fine. Fuck if I know. I thought if I had the mustard stained shirt with the pit stains and, wearing my sweatpants, that would be socially unacceptable. Boy, was I wrong. Bunch of judgmental motherfuckers out there, I guess. Honestly, I still don't give a shit. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to wear whatever I want. If those shorts and you know what I do? I actually hang up all my t-shirts and I just wear them in order. I'm just like, whatever's been washed and hung up, that's the order I'm wearing them in. So it could be like this shirt, now this shirt, now this shirt, now this shirt, up, starting over, this shirt, now this, that's what I do. And it takes me about 3 weeks to get through my entire shirts before the whole cycle starts over again. So, and like I said, I have a lot of fucking shirts. I have to wear jeans 3 days in a row because I don't have enough jeans. I need to change this up. I need to go to Walmart and just buy a bunch of $10 pairs of jeans and just be done with it.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about not having to go out too much is I don't have to run through jeans like that anymore. So it's like, yeah, I'll just wear a bunch of shorts.
Basically, honestly, like when I'm just at home, I wear a bunch of sweatpants because I'm just like, yeah, if I can wear what's comfortable. Like right now, wearing sweatpants with a t-shirt that fucking shrunk on me. which is really weird because it's not like I'm a really big guy, so it looks like I'm a guy who's just wearing a t-shirt that just doesn't fit. Just kind of weird.
Is it fashionable?
No, it's an Iron Man t-shirt. But I like it because it's Iron Man, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm wearing it. But anyways, let's continue on with our show there, Nicky G. First of all, let's get into what did you watch this week?
Well, since we've gone a couple weeks, I saw The Hobbit.
Oh, nice, cool. We're going to actually be able to talk about that, so don't get into that just yet.
All right. See, Iceman, which is on Netflix. This is the movie I thought was going to actually go out to theaters, but
Iceman, oh yeah.
But yeah, it actually hasn't. It actually got put on Netflix. I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. But watched it. Well, hell yeah! Like I said, I pretty much loved it. It was pretty good. It was really good.
Shit, Nicky G, you gave me homework. I see it on Netflix, but I thought it was one of those straight to DVD, which I guess it is. But I was just passing it off as a straight to DVD crap, so I didn't even give it a pass of mine. But you're saying it's pretty damn good. What's the premise? Out of curiosity.
Michael Shannon plays a character who is pretty much he does hit jobs for the mob, and I mean, it's just his character. He just doesn't give a shit at all. He has like no morality. But of course, there's conflict. I don't want to get too much into, but yeah, it's really good. Just
does he still have the Michael Shannon list?
I can't say. I mean, probably most likely. I mean, you have. I mean, other characters you got like Chris Evans, the writer in there as his wife, and so.
Wow, I haven't seen her in a while. Good God! Actually, I did see her this week, but that's beside the point. What else did you watch?
I'm trying to think. What was the other thing? Oh, I watched Silver Linings Playbook again.
Well, you're making me want to see that movie because that's the second time you've mentioned it on this show. Maybe on this site at least. Maybe it was the Bloody Screen podcast back when we actually used to throw movies in the mix with it. But anyways, you've mentioned it a couple times now, so. I watched Dr. No. Have you seen Dr. No?
I have not.
Not very good. It's as the first Bond film, you can really kind of tell they're really trying to set their foot in the thing. It wasn't very good. Like, his final confrontation with, Dr. No was kind of really lackluster. It was just kind of like, oh, wow, he's done. I was quite disappointed with it. A little boring, too, honestly. They kind of drug it on. From Russia with Love was much better, which is the second movie I watched. From Russia with Love, that was another Sean Connery one. I found it really setting its ground, and it really kind of showed, in my opinion, Sean Connery, or Sean Connery's Bond, as this womanizing bastard. Like, really, you really don't. I didn't expect this from a Bond film, but like I said, I'm a kind of a Bond virgin where I just kind of broke my cherry. I was really not expecting him to be that bad, but Jesus Christ, he's like sleeping with chicks left and right. The entire time he's just seen women as these objects, and he even slaps a girl in the face, just like, this is the 60s probably where it's a little bit more socially acceptable, but yeah, he just slaps her in the face.
Was she an assassin?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't even a villain. She was the girl he was with when he found out that when he found out that she originally was trying to double cross him, but she changed her mind, he still slapped her anyways. I'm like, Jesus, dude, seriously? That's not cool, bro. I don't know. I'm from the, living in the 21st century. That's frowned upon. I'm just like, whoa. Come on, Bond. But it was still a better film. I think it was just written way better. Bond was also more of a defined character in this one than he was in the original. But I'm kind of curious how I get to finally see the famous Goldfingers, Goldfinger.
Have you seen the one with the invisible car yet?
No, I haven't got there yet. I'm watching them in order, so I'm still on the Sean Connery. I'm not really excited for when I get to Roger Moore. I haven't heard good things about Roger Moore, so I'm just kind of like, oh, yay. I also watched, speaking of Winona Ryder, Beetlejuice. I forgot how good that fucking movie is.
Oh, yeah. I was watching it during October.
Oh, did you? Yeah. It is. Oh, God. What really is the shining star of it, which, first of all, I didn't even realize that was fucking Alec Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, is he all skinny and shit. I'm like, dude.
What happened?
Did you fucking plump up? Like, how'd you get the scrotum beard going on with you? Like, goddamn. And then Renata Ryder, who still looks the same. You know, honestly, I was looking at her and I was like, you know what? Even for a creepy goth chick in this movie, I would probably still try to, like, you know, if she was hitting on me, I wouldn't probably say no right away. I would try to, like, say, if, like, okay, honey, can you, like, maybe stop trying to be all gothic? Because you're not bad looking. If you just, you know, straighten your hair out, you'd be pretty damn good. Even at the end of the movie where she does straighten her hair out, much better looking girl. Just like that, that's what I'm talking about.
Was it this show where I'm not sure if we actually announced it on this show, but I think she was coming back for the sequel.
I think so. I think the big question is Michael Keaton, who was Beetlejuice, coming back. And I'm just, honestly, Renata Ryder could come back because she looks exactly the same, basically. But yeah, Michael Keaton, who does a fantastic job, he actually has one of my favorite fucking jokes in that movie for some reason, where, you know, he's just sitting there and all of a sudden he just spits in his coat and just like, yeah, I'm saving that boy for later. And it just makes me laugh every time I see it. He is just so fantastic in that movie. And, you know, he's not really a villain per se. I mean, he's still the antagonist, but he doesn't hurt anybody. You know, he doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't do anything. He's just kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
He's kind of weird. He's like a weird asshole who's just trying to get out of, you know, being, you know, he's a scam artist is what he is. And that was, like, that's kind of the whole story about Beetlejuice. And I like it. You know, I really dig the shit out of that movie. I think it's probably one of Tim Burton's, if not his best film he's ever done. I mean, I don't know what else other movie you would probably count above that, Nicky G.
Maybe not above it, but Sleepy Hollow, I like that.
Did you like Sleepy Hollow? I would say, like, maybe Nightmare Before Christmas is pretty close up there, but I also did watch Polar Express for the first time. All I could say is, God.
Do you believe, Brandon?
You know, all I could say is, I believe Tom Hanks apparently did every goddamn voice in that movie. Like, Jesus Christ. It was like, who's this guy? Oh, it's Tom Hanks' character. Oh, Tom Hanks. Santa. Tom Hanks. I was like, is there an adult that's not voiced by Tom Hanks? Because of the dad, the conductor, the homeless guy, and Santa. All Tom Hanks. I'm like, and he's not even, like, really trying to change his voice that much. So you can clearly tell it's Tom Hanks, and it kind of drove me nuts. I actually looked it up on IMDb to make sure I wasn't going crazy. No, he does all the voices. There's very few voices he doesn't do. And they had a weird scene in that movie where fucking Steven Tyler's just an elf singing. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? And they even make the elf look like a creepy version of Steven Tyler.
Voiced by Tom Hanks.
Voiced by Tom Hanks, yeah. Who is voiced by Tom Hanks doing his Steven Tyler impression. Yeah, it's... I honestly, I did not care for that movie. I really thought, you know, they had one kid. You've seen the movie,
yes,
right?
Yes.
I picture you have, being that you made a reference to it. That kid, that know-it-all kid made me really want to just punch him in the face. I'm sorry. It was just one of those things where I'm just like, oh, dude, I just want to punch you in the face so badly right now. So let's get into the top 5. We're a little bit, you know, we missed a week, so this is really kind of completely new top 5 for us. So let's get into, you know, the new movies that have come out that we didn't get really a chance to talk about that are really, so we're not going to start out with number 5. We're actually going to start out with number 10.
God damn.
Yeah, well, we're not going all the way up. You know, we're just going to start out with number 10. Number 10 being Walking with Dinosaurs. Not doing too hot. Not doing too hot at all. This is a Fox movie. This is the one where the dinosaurs are talking, but they don't feel like lip syncing they're talking, so they're just kind of, you know, if you see the trailers, folks, it's just kind of like the dinosaur opens his mouth and words come out.
Wasn't there like a same kind of 3D animated movie called Dinosaurs back in the day?
Yeah, I think that was made by Disney. But, yeah, it looked like the same thing, though, honestly. They're really trying to push dinosaurs back. I don't know if there's a calling, like kids are interested in them again, but, I don't know. It made 2.5 million so far this Friday. This is only Friday's numbers, people, because, like I said, we're doing this on Saturday, so I apologize. We won't get the full weekend box office. But yeah, this is Friday's numbers, so yeah, this was released Friday and not doing too hot. Number 10, for God's sakes. And it's a kids movie during the whole winter vacation for them. So, yeah. A movie I was a little disappointed, number 9. What is it? A little disappointing.
Wolf of Wall Street?
No, not that disappointing. 47 Ronin. I did not, I want to say, folks, I was planning on seeing a movie this week and last week, but since I bought a PS4, I really got to try to save my money, so no movies for a little bit. Sorry. And it really sucks because it's really like, this is the time of year where they're dumping all the good Oscar movies that are doing
trying to get
really
that,
good.
Get inside the little ballot there.
And I'm fucking missing them, dude. I'm missing them. But once I get my school paid for, I'm going back to movies. And I'll be able to talk about more of them. But yeah, number 9, 47 Ronin, made $3.4 million. It's, I wanted to, honestly, I didn't picture this movie doing too hot, but it looked interesting. I don't know. What'd you think? Like, you've seen the trailers of this. What'd you think of it?
I got saw Keanu Reeves. I mean, I like samurais. Keanu Reeves is meh. So,
honestly, I think that'd be the only thing pulling me out of it, too. Because, like, if you look at just what it looks like, with the, all these, all these, mythical creatures, I guess you could say. I don't really know if they're from, like, ancient Japanese myth, but all these creatures just, being taken out, and 47 Japanese guys versus a bunch of those guys. Plus, the main Japanese guy that's in it, I don't know his name, but you've seen him in Last Samurai and in the Wolverine. I like that guy. He's kind of a badass, so yeah. Number 7, we're skipping up, which came out, a lot of these movies, by the way, came out Christmas time, so number 7 is what, Nicky G? Come on.
Thinking of, let's see, a movie that's just came out.
Came out this week. Yeah.
It didn't exactly do too good.
Mm-hmm.
What's that movie with, Ben Stiller?
Yes, you're exactly right. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Damn, that's good. Yeah. Yes, not doing too hot. Friday it made 4.5 million. So like I said, next week we'll probably have a much better thing because we'll probably be back on track. But yeah, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty didn't start out too fucking hot. Ben Stiller, it had a lot of fucking competition this week, so honestly, I wouldn't have chosen this movie either. But you know what? I have to say, Ben Stiller, you look like you're actually trying to make quality movies. What'd you think of it, like, when you seen this trailer?
It didn't really capture my interest, but, I've heard, of course, the ones that they, put on commercials where it's like, oh, it's like the new Forrest Gump. It's like, maybe I might see it eventually, but probably not in theaters,
I think that's being a little presumptuous. Calling it the next Forrest Gump, that's a little stretching it. One of my favorite thing was, he was on Colbert Report, and it was the most funniest thing, because Stephen Colbert kept fucking with, Ben Stiller. Did you see this episode?
I did not see this episode.
Okay, he kept fucking with him, because, the premise of Secret Life of Walter Mitty is that, he has a big imagination, and then he finally gets an opportunity to go live life to its fullest, and he takes it. But Colbert keeps saying, so he's a mountain man, right? He's like, no, that was part of his imagination. Oh, so it's none of it's real. No, this part's, and Ben Stiller's trying to play it so straight, trying to explain it to him, and Colbert's just fucking with him, where, to the point where, Ben Stiller raises his voice at Steven, and Steven just looks at him like, don't yell at me. And it was just the funniest goddamn thing. I was like, I actually was like, wow, Colbert was actually able to get under Steven's skin. Or not, I fucked that all up. Steven was able to get under, Ben Stiller's skin. He was actually, this guy is supposed to be a comedian. Honestly, on screen, Ben Stiller's not that funny. But off screen, Ben Stiller's kind of a dick. I don't know if you've seen this. There was this little, kind of movie out where it was, they're kind of promoting, they were showing like these 3 comedic geniuses, basically. I don't really know why they were doing it, but it had Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, and Jim Carrey. And Jim Carrey was having a blast. He was just he was standing up, he was making fun, he was just being himself, And, Chris Rock, he was kind of having fun with it, he was kind of getting into it, he was making jokes. Ben Stiller was just kind of sticking a fucking he was just kind of like, he was trying to be serious the whole time. I was like, and he was kind of giving Jim Carrey dirty looks for making jokes the whole time. I'm like, dude, lay off Jim Carrey.
He was being a Buzz Killington.
Yeah, he really was, dude. But anyways, yeah, enough of our gripes against Ben Stiller. Number 6. I really doubt you're going to get this one, but, go for it anyway.
Wolf of Wall Street?
No. Saving Mr. Banks.
Oh, that Disney movie.
Okay. Yes. I was supposed to say, I'm drawing a blank what the hell this is. This is the Disney movie basically the Disney movie that's about making,
Mary Poppins.
Help me. Mary Poppins. Kind of a meta film if you think about it. A movie about a making of a movie that's already been out. I really don't know how interesting this would be. Speaking of Tom Hanks, he plays Walt Disney, which, honestly, he kind of looks like a convincing Walt Disney. I could see this maybe making some Oscar buzz, but I don't see this being entirely interesting for your common audience. God, I really kicked myself in the butt for not seeing any movies these last 2 weeks. But, oh well. We'll have something to talk about later up in the road. It really is kind of a sad top 5 when I get into it. So number 5 is what?
Okay. Third time's a charm. Wolf of Wall Street.
You're exactly right! I knew I was about to say, if you don't say the Wolf of Wall Street, you're going to kick yourself in the butt. That makes me so sad, because actually I've been talking to my dad, because he's a big, my father and I, we are both big Scorsese, movie buffs with him. Like, I love every Scorsese film that's come out. From Raging Bull to, The Departed. Basically every film he's come out with, I've seen it. The Wolf of Wall Street, I've been hearing fantastic things from this. From one of my most trusted reviewers, Cargill.
Yep.
Just gonna drop his name. Yeah, he's been putting some buzz out saying how fantastic this movie is. He even touted saying it was one of the Scorsese's best. So I'm like, I need to see this film. I may have to stretch my next paycheck, but I need to see this film because this movie is just one of those ones where I just want to see it so bad.
Yeah, I was reading I was looking at some Golden Globe nominees, and it's in there for comedy.
Really,
I know that.
Huh.
Yeah.
I could see it being comedic though. I mean, it kind of looks like it kind of looked like one of those mishmash of comedy drama bullshit. Yeah.
It looks like Leonardo has a nomination too.
He better win something. I mean, goddamn. Talk about this poor motherfucker. Stars in so many great films and still yet to win an Oscar. I mean, that's not even fair anymore. Yeah, it's made $6.2 million so far. It barely got beat out for number 4. Just barely. It might actually win when the weekend box office is over, but currently it's number 5. Oh god, I really hope this movie does well. Number 4 is what, Nicky G?
Anchorman.
Oh,
no. Nope.
It's another sad one. American Hustle. Another movie I wanted to go see. Which actually, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's, goddamn, talk about one hell of a fucking week, dude. American Hustle, the one where, basically it shows the FBI, based off a true story apparently, where the FBI finds these scam artists and tries to get them to scam these corrupt political people into, basically to get them arrested. And it looks so great, what's its face? It's Christian Bale. He just, he looks, he looks pathetic, but he looks amazing. But you know who looks amazingly hot? Fucking Jennifer Lawrence. Holy shit. Yeah, she gets my raw. I want to see that just for her. Her and Amy Adams. Okay, Nick, I don't know, I know you don't know this about me. Both those girls are on my, fucking hot list. I have a thing for redheads, so Amy Adams automatically on there. She's kind of a light redhead, but she's still amazing fucking hot.
She lived in Castle Rock for a couple of years.
God. She is such a beautiful. She's on my number. She's on. People have their list of hottest actresses. She's probably my number 1 or 2. She is fucking hot. Jennifer Lawrence, she is also up there. Oh god. Anytime I see X-Men First Class, hers Mystique, I'm just like, I can't roll my tongue like you going, oh god, she's hot. And, you got, this American Hustle is just full of actors I love. You got Christian Bale, you got Jennifer Lawrence, Amy Adams, you got, what's his face, Jeremy Renner, you got, Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Love all these fucking actors. And I'm just like.
It is also directed by, David Russell, which is also the guy who directed, Silver Linings Playbook, so it's one of the things I wanted to see this year too.
One of those movies where Wolf of Wall Street, American Hustle, both these movies I need to see. Because they're just like both of them coming out the same exact week. I'm like, come on, guys. You guys are trying to fuck with me now. The good thing is they're going to be in theaters for a little bit, so I'm going to get a chance to see it. All right, number 3. What is it, Nicky G? You're exactly right! I think you're starting to learn just like, okay, I missed this one. I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. Just rinse and repeat.
This is why I said this was disappointing. Because Anchorman both beat out the 2 movies I'm really wanting to see this week. That just hurts me, Nick.
Were you a fan of Anchorman 1? Or,
No,
I guess we just call it 1.
I'm not really, yeah.
I have not seen it, so.
I didn't see it all the way through, but from what I saw, it was just meh. And honestly, that's what I've been hearing from this movie. Is, I've been hearing kind of mixed reviews. I've been hearing, it's like a decent, like if you're a big fan of Will Ferrell, you're gonna love it. If you don't like Will Ferrell, you're not gonna like it at all. But if you think Will Ferrell is like, he's on and off, you're gonna think the movie's okay. And last, or not last, number 2. I forgot we did like 10. Number 2 is what?
Grudge Match.
No, actually, that's not even. I haven't seen that. Yeah, Grudge Match is. Oh no, that's number 12. Grudge Match is number 12.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Okay, honestly, when I saw Grudge Match going against the, American Hustle, Wolf of Wall Street, The Hobbit, Frozen, Anchorman 2, Secret Wildflower Romantic, Saving Mr. Banks, Hunger Games, 47 Ronin, Walking with Dinosaurs. I mean, I could, the entire list of movies that are out right now. There is no way anyone's gonna want to go see a bunch of 2 old guys fight. Number 2 is The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. This is where I want us to talk about this, because I didn't end up doing a review of it. So, honestly, Nicky G, we're going to take a little break from the top 5 and do a review. What'd you think of it?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, just being as a Lord of the Rings fan, I mean, I think the only problem I had with it was somewhat towards the end. Not the ending itself, just they jumped around a little bit too much. I wish they would have stayed on one story for a little bit longer and then went, to the other part of the story. I just thought they jumped around a little bit too much. I mean, it created a little tension, but at the same time, it's just kind of cut me off from the tension itself.
I had a few problems with it. I mean, I loved the movie. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. There was one scene in the, when they're in the river with the, when they go to that like hand cam or whatever the fuck they were doing, it looked like shit. I don't know what the hell they were doing with it, but there was a couple scenes in there, like couple little clips essentially of where they just go to this one camera and it was a shitty camera. That was just me kind of nitpicking there. I also have to say, with the plot point of the love triangle they were trying to do, with the dwarf, Keeley, I think he is, the elf chick, I forgot her name, and Legolas. They tried to do some weird love triangle where, the dwarf and the elf chick are kind of into each other, but Legolas is into the elf chick, and it was just so stupid. I'm like, you guys are really shoehorning this in. I know that was in the book. I don't know why the fuck you guys are doing this.
I think that was in the game.
Was it?
It was an old PC Hobbit game.
God, it was pretty fucking stupid. And actually, the actress is kind of pissed off at Peter Jackson for doing it. Oh yeah,
really?
Because she's the same chick from Lost, who was her entire career has basically been based off of being in a love triangle, and then basically she's been kind of typecast as the chick that goes into these love triangles now. And she was pissed off because she said that Peter Jackson promised that he wouldn't make her do it. And then my last problem with it was kind of a lot of people's problem with. I did have a problem with the ending. I kind of felt like that was a fuck you ending. I won't spoil it, people, but it was kind of like one of those things where the audience I was with kind of did the audience kind of went, ah. Oh.
Yeah, same here. They're just like, I just heard some little kids behind me going, what? That was just funny too, because I mean, that's the thing is, some of the kids were talking in the theater, but I was like, but it actually wasn't that bad, because they're actually into the movie a lot, and I was like, these are the fucking memories for them. These are great memories for them, so I'm just gonna let them have it.
I had a great theater. I went to the midnight premiere of it. I went to the midnight premiere trying to get the review out as soon as possible, and then I got busy doing other shit, because that was around the time of when the holidays were getting around and all that, so I was getting busy holiday shopping, working, trying to get stuff paid for, and I passed on it. I kicked myself in the butt, people. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I understand our site's been kind of lacking content the last couple weeks. Holidays, man. That's all I can say. Holidays. Yeah, but I had a wonderful theater. I loved the movie. Honestly, I kind of kicked myself in the butt for seeing a midnight premiere because I was a bit tired.
Yeah, same here. I think I was cleaning all day. Then it's like it kind of took me a little bit out of it, but I was still there, so still conscious. So yeah, I still loved it in a sense.
Yeah, because I go off about 6 hours of sleep a night for the most part, but for some reason at a midnight premiere, I was just fucking tired. Because usually when I'm around midnight, I'm kind of just zoning out at that time. I'm not trying to stay awake and pay attention. But what would you rate this movie? Just for the good people out there.
Out of what, or
do what?
Like out of what? Out of
our normal rating system, out of 5.
I'd either have to give it like a 1 or like a 5 or maybe a 4.5.
4.5 or 5. Yeah. You can't be either or. Pick one.
I'd have to give it a 4.8.
I knew you were going to do that. Like 4.856. No. 4.8. So yeah, you had a minor. See, I'm going to give it a solid 4 because, like I said, that love triangle thing they were trying to shoe in there, I thought that was pretty fucking stupid in the plot. And the fact that they really leave this with a big ass fucking cliffhanger at the end, I'm just kind of like, you fuckers. So yeah, it's still a great movie, still worth your money, but it's just not perfect. Last, back to our top 5. What is number 1?
What the hell could beat out the Hobbit?
It's something, what, I guess I stood correct. I didn't really look at the top 5 before I said the first thing I said, but, I'll elaborate when you answer.
God damn, see, what was another big hitter for the last couple of weeks? I'd imagine maybe Hunger Games.
No. Hunger Games. That's a long cut. We're done with that. That's November. Frozen.
Wow. Holy shit.
Okay, so when I was talking about talking dinosaurs? No, I was wrong. Okay, so the kids are going to see movies, people. And they're going to go see the only movie that's even remotely Christmas orientated. I don't even know why they even released Talking with Dinosaurs, whatever the fuck it's called. What the hell is that movie called? Walking with Dinosaurs. Goddamn. Everyone took their kids to go see Frozen, and it shows. They made $10 million so far this week, or Friday at least. The total gross they made was 22 something or other. But anyways, yeah, I'm not on Box Office Mojo, people, so I kind of kick myself in the butt for that right now. Anyways, Frozen. It's kicking ass, taking names, and honestly, I heard good things about it, but I'm just like, it's a kid's movie. I'm not going to go fucking see it.
I figured it would have at least stayed in the box office pretty well, but god damn, I didn't think it'd be this well.
It rose, because I remember us talking about it when 2 weeks ago. We talked about it, and it was like number 2 or something. And it rose to number 1 when all the kiddies got off and they started doing their thing. So yeah, congratulations, Disney. I think, that's Disney. Going back to their old princess formula, doing what they do. Kids love it, and I hear the most likable character is that fucking little snowman. And honestly, that snowman I can even see just, that'd be something I'd probably get a kick out of, just seeing the snowman in general. Alright. So, Nicky G, we got about 20 minutes left. Let's get into some news. Actually, before we get into news, putting the brakes on. I did a review of this movie, but, we didn't get to talk about this movie yet. So, I just want to put out a little Brandon recommends. I know it's going to be hard, people, for you to even want to go see this movie with, all these great films out right now. But, a little recommendation. Check it out. Whenever you can, check this movie out. Out of the Furnace. Out of the Furnace. I have a written review up. If you want to go read it, fine. If not, just listen to me right now. It's a fantastic, dark indie film with Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson, Casey Affleck. Yeah, he's back. Casey Affleck's in it, and I forget the old guy. I forget his name, but you got Christian Bale, who's he's a guy who basically his biggest flaw is trying to look out for his brother who has a gambling problem. He's a gambling problem. His brother was, he's done a few tours in Iraq, and he's, kind of fucked up in the head. And so he's just trying to earn money. And basically his brother just hates, he doesn't want to live the American dream of working and just, working his whole life. He just wants to make it big and just be done with it. Because, he served his country. He should be done. That's kind of his mentality. And this movie just gets so fucking dark because you have Woody Harrelson playing probably one of the greatest antagonists I've seen all year, where he's this fucking redneck piece of shit. The very start of the movie, and this is the very beginning of the movie, he's in a drive-in theater, and this chick she says something to piss him off. He's like, I wouldn't even call her a girlfriend, this floozy crackhead that's with him. They're watching a movie, and she says something to piss him off. He's like, give me your hot dog. And she's like, I'm eating this. He's like, give me the fucking hot... And he kind of gets pissed off at her. And then he takes the hot dog, he throws the bun out, and then he takes the hot dog itself, starts shoving it down her throat. And then he slams her head into the dash. And, she chokes on it, and she's like, what the fuck? And then he just gets pissed off. And of course, people see this. The guy gets out of his car, and he says, hey man, we got a problem here? He's like, hey, how about you go mind your damn business? And then the guy's like, well, you're hitting women. That makes it my business. Well, Woody Harrelson gets out of his fucking car, and he beats the ever-living shit out of this guy. He just beats the fuck out of him. And then he pulls the chick out, and then he starts, and this is the very beginning of the movie. It's just like, what the fuck? So, it just gets darker and more suspenseful. This movie is fan-fucking-tastic. This is one of those movies, Nick, where I walked out of the theater saying, holy shit, that was good. That I think I actually gave that 5 stars, if not 4 point. I gave that high fucking rating. That was a fantastic fucking movie. Honestly, people, if you could just see that whenever you get a chance, it's out of the furnace. You will not regret this.
Where's that in the box office?
It wasn't there. We mentioned it. It was there last week. I remember it being in the box office last week, but it got beat out by all the new shit. I closed it, so I can't even tell you where it'd be at. But anyways, let's get into some news. I know, eventually we'll get the little sounds that we can actually just add that in there. What do you got for me, Nicky G?
Well, for the first one, have you ever seen The Raid?
The Raid? No, I have not.
Oh, it is pretty sick. Right. Lots of martial arts and just brutal.
Right, marking that on. Movies need to see.
But this one actually got a release date finally, something that I'm not gonna say a ton of people were waiting for, but I guess you could say it's kind of a cult hit. But okay, it's coming out on March 28th, 2014.
Really? Oh, what is this like? Is the sequel to The Raid, or what is this?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
all right. So it's March 14th, or
March 28th,
okay,
2014.
That's where I got fucked up on. All right, so March, we're gonna, I can only afford to see one movie a week, so hopefully nothing's gonna, March is pretty a dead time, so I shouldn't have any problem seeing that movie. I'll try to. Do you know if The Raid's on Netflix or something, so I can probably see the original, or?
I don't think it's on Netflix. I mean, that was that whole. Hell, you've seen Dredd, so you've practically seen The Raid.
Okay, so it's a similar story. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm kind of curious about this now. All right. That's cool. So people, be excited. All right, what else you got?
On bigger news, did you hear who was being cast as Ant-Man?
I did, actually. Paul Rudd. I have to say, perfect casting choice. You know what? If someone asked me, who should play Paul Rudd, God damn. I'm sorry, folks.
Tom Hanks.
Who should play Ant-Man? I would have thought about it. Maybe Paul Rudd wouldn't have been my first choice, but I have to say that's a good casting choice because, he can play a sophisticated smartass, where, that's basically his typecast, really. I mean, I've only seen one movie, Our Idiot Brother, where he just plays a complete idiot, where he's not an asshole, but I think if Paul Rudd's just Paul Rudd, he'd do perfect. I don't know. What do you think he's good casting choice?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's one of the things when I first read the news, I was just kind of like, yeah, that actually really, to me, that just, clicked. It's like, yeah, I could definitely see that. Of course, the other rumors about beforehand was Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Simon Pegg.
I can see Simon Pegg. I could see, he plays, this is me. I think he plays like a better Scotty than he would be, because I don't know if he can even do an American accent. Because Honestly, I'm a kind of a stickler with that. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt would also have been a fantastic choice. But Paul Rudd, he finally got his foot in the door. He's finally like, yeah, I'm a superhero now. Hopefully Ant-Man's good. That's all I could say. I don't really know dick about Ant-Man except for he can grow really big, grow real small and control ants. So that's about my entire knowledge of Ant-Man. I really don't know who his villains are or whatnot.
Yeah, same here. All I've seen of his stuff was let's see, what was that? I was about to say Justice League, but Avengers, like Ultimate Alliance or whatever.
TV
show was.
The TV show. That's the only thing I've ever seen him in. He's really not a popular character, so I'm actually quite surprised they're doing a movie for him before, like, say, Black Panther or Doctor Strange. God damn, I love Doctor Strange so bad.
Well, I mean, that's probably one of the bigger things too, is because a lot of people were they're kind of somewhat pissed that they didn't have Ant-Man because of Ultron. It's an Age of Ultron movie coming out.
Is Ant-Man, is that going to be part of Phase 3, I'm picturing, not part of Phase 2?
It's coming out in 2015, so...
We might, I don't know. They're really hush-hush about what's going on with the Avengers, so we'll see. What else you got, man?
Yes. Well, another superhero news, of course. There's rumors, I mean, this is just a rumor, that Denzel Washington might play Green Lantern in the Batman vs. Superman movie.
So they're going with a Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
Yep.
I can accept that, especially since the Hal Jordan bombed so badly. And Denzel, fuck yeah. So, let me just put it this way, Nicky G, because we all know about Wonder Woman being casted. I think we even mentioned that.
Yep.
This isn't no longer Superman versus Batman.
This
is the Justice League movie. Let's change the fucking title of this movie. Because if you're adding a Wonder Woman and you're adding Green Lantern, and we might even see the Flash.
Yeah, like it has a little thing right here. The characters were additional characters that might be in there are like the Flash, Nightwing, Lex Luthor, possibly even Doomsday, would be sick.
I want them to retitle this. This is no longer. They should just call this the Justice League movie. Because
you might as well.
This is no longer Superman versus Batman. Because if you're gonna have Green Lantern, then you're gonna have Wonder Woman. But you know what's? I hate to say it, Nick. Them making basically the Justice League movie, they're kind of fucking up in a way. I mean, yes, I like their casting choices, what they've been doing, but they're not doing what, Marvel did it really well, where they released everyone's origin stories, and then they had the little ending that's tying into the big event. This one, they're just throwing in Wonder Woman, they're just throwing in Green Lantern, they're just going to be throwing in Nightwing, maybe. It might just be throwing in Flash. They're just throwing in these characters, and you're like, you have no backstory on these guys. They're just going to be there. They're just going to exist. I mean, I'm not saying I need to see an origin story, but maybe I want to see just a movie with them before we get, just to establish the character so I can be even more excited to see all these, I don't know. I'm just going to say I'm skeptical right now about this movie. I'm not excited. I'm kind of like, I'm really curious to see how this is going to pan out.
Well, even though these are still rumors, because I mean, a couple of weeks ago, Denzel Washington was rumored to play Lex Luthor too, as well.
I think he would be a better Lex. Oh, I don't know. He can play villain pretty well. I mean, Training Day, come on. So.
Yeah, but that was the thing too. Is Joaquin Phoenix was also rumored to play Lex Luthor as well.
I would really rather. I mean, okay, let me put it this way: American Gangster, where Denzel played a sophisticated. Badass. He was a mobster who was really sophisticated, he talked smart. He would do way better. I don't like Joaquin Phoenix that much, dude. I would not want him. I would not want him to be. Like, his one role that I thought he did well in was Gladiator. That's like the only movie I can say, he was pretty damn good, and that's because he played creepy as fuck. Anyways, I don't know. I love how most of our movie news, I've noticed this over the time we've been doing this podcast, a lot of it's usually superhero based. I mean, those are the big blockbusters. Those are the ones everyone's excited for. Those are the big things.
Someone actually made a good point when I heard someone talking. They're talking about the Joaquin Phoenix and it's actually that movie came out. Her. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if you've seen the trailers for that yet, but
I've seen, but I don't remember what the hell it is. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's like Joaquin Phoenix just kind of like falls in love with some phone, I guess. It's like some some voice. I think it's voiced by Amy Adams.
Really?
Maybe.
That's understandable. No.
Yeah, it's like he pretty much falls in love with some non-real girl in essential. Like I know it has like a Golden Globe nominations. I'm not sure about Oscars yet. I haven't looked at those yet, but someone made a good point of saying that one of the reasons it's being rumored is because of course, Batman vs Superman is coming out by Warner Brothers, but so is her. That's also Warner Bros. Production, they're saying that's just kind of a
I don't know.
little
I think that's
thing.
pure rumor, dude. I really just, if you say Lex Luthor, honestly, I'd say, everyone thinks Bryan Cranston, but, of course, he's probably not going to do it, but, Joaquin Phoenix, he's not really, unless he would be more of a creepy, like, I would see him playing like a better Scarecrow. Like, if I'm thinking like DC villain-wise, I'd say better Scarecrow or, I'm trying to think, someone who's not, a creepy villain. Because he does creepy really well. Like, even in Signs, where he kind of loses his mind in Signs a little bit, he does creepy well. He does not do menacing and smart and, calculating well. So, I don't know. We got about time for maybe 2 more news stories, so.
All right. Hugh Jackman is going to be playing the pirate villain Blackbeard. Ooh. In a movie called Pan, as in.
Why?
I was waiting for that arc of emotion right there.
I was like, oh, cool, a new pirate movie. Until you had to say, oh yeah, by the way, it's based off the Peter Pan. First of all, what happened to Captain Hook?
Well, actually, this is Pan written by Joe White.
Joe White.
But actually, in this story, from what it's saying, it's Captain Hook and Peter Pan team up together to fight Blackbeard.
Really?
Yes. Which was funny, because that was the one thing I thought too, was like, I thought, where the hell is Captain Hook? And I was thinking, based on, Blackbeard's history, I think he would have fucked up Peter Pan bad.
Both those pathetic assholes.
Yeah. Because Captain Hook's not exactly the smartest of pirates.
He's the worst pirate.
Or most vicious. Show him a clock and he's just gonna freak out.
Well, first of all, Peter Pan, his only ability is a kid that can fly. Honestly, if you have a flintlock pistol, bang!
Which Blackbeard carried, six
or something
on his chest?
And then he had bombs, and Blackbeard was a bad motherfucker. I'm sorry. I really don't like the whole Peter Pan thing. I don't understand, like, my nephew loves it, and he's stupid right now, so it doesn't matter. But Peter Pan, just the whole thing of like, look how, basically, look at us, we're a bunch of kids. I was like, no, you cannot take a bunch of pirates. I'm sorry. I mean, those guys are the most ineffective pirates in the world. I have weird problems with it. I have some weird problems, people, with those movies. Anyways, let's get into our final story.
Well, it was one of those things too with the previous choices, which kind of just tells you was Zach Galifianakis and Javier Bardem, which was known for No Country for Old Men and Skyfall.
Javier Bardem, yeah, that guy. Honestly, I'm kind of glad he didn't, because that dude can play he can play menacing. If you watch No Country for Old Men, people, talk about one of the greatest villains. I mean, like, a guy with no emotion, yet just, that dude's like he played like a Terminator in that movie. Yeah, honestly, if they ever remake Terminator, he would be my choice for the Terminator. Anyways, last story, whatever.
One thing that kind of got me a little sad, in a sense, which is, Ben Whishaw is being officially cast as Freddie Mercury in the biopic. Ben Whishaw.
I have no idea who that is. What movies has been in, did they say?
It's, the Freddie Mercury biopic, the lead singer of Queen.
First of all, I don't know why biopics are becoming a thing. Like, we know about the Elton John one, and I really don't want those things, because
played by Freddie.
Sing us a song, or wait, whoa, damn it! I made the same mistake. God damn you, Scott! I even corrected him literally Friday, last week. I corrected him because he said Piano Man was made by Elton John. I was like, no, it wasn't. It was made by fucking Billy Joel. I should say,
Rocket Man.
I'm a rocket man sailing under, Oh God, my mind's out. I'm hungry. Give me a break. But anyways,
it just makes me a little bit sad, just because do you know who Sacha Baron Cohen is?
Yes, I do.
He was really hoping for this. He was really trying to push himself to be in this role,
I thought he
apparently this guy. That's what I thought too, but apparently not. I'm not the news. It doesn't really say if he maybe dropped out of the thing, but yeah, I guess not for him.
You know what I want, Nick, for biopic?
What's that?
Rick Astley biopic, which is just a big old, just Rick rolled. Just like you pay $10, get Rick rolled, because it's just never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run away. I don't know. I like that song still. That's actually one meme that never got old with me. I was just like, that was one I actually enjoyed. That was one where I'd click on something and just like, I was like, yeah, I got Rick rolled.
Sucks for you. I like this song.
I like this song, fuckers. I don't even know who the fuck even started that. I want to meet the guy who's just like, you know what, I'm just going to put Rick Astley's song right here. But anyways, folks, we're at an hour. And then that's it, really, folks. I almost want... if you have anything you want to talk about, yes, for anybody who might point this out, yes, we did skip the trailer of the week, but honestly, as you can see, we had enough shit to talk about, so... I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. I'm glad we're back. This will be up on Sunday, but, whatever. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah. And seeing as we won't hear from them until next Sunday, Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy New Year's, guys. We'll probably have some New Year's stories to talk about. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell people. We want to hear from you people. That's part of the reason why I do this, because I love talking about people to film. So if you want to talk about film, don't forget, me and Nicky G will both talk to you. You, sir, you internet person. Your voice will be heard from...
I see you.
Yeah, I see you. Where you going? But anyways, that's it, everybody. Good night.